Okay. Oh shoot, I'm sorry, my lipstick. I know this is rolling, but I'm shooting by myself, so I have to do this. Ah, looking crusty. I'm Ashley, and I think that all the cool stuff you see online doesn't have to stay online. I'm gonna bring one stranger's digital style to life by giving their space a makeover based on their social media accounts.
Crazy!
Hey everybody, it's Ashley, and today we are taking on a big challenge, and the big challenge is small space. I got a message from Melissa and Matthew, who live here in New York City, trying to make it work in a very, very, very small apartment. It is 200 square feet for 2 people. That's 100 square feet per person. I don't know how they're making it work, but they are, and we're gonna help them make it even better than it already is. So take a look at the video they sent me and you'll see just how small this space is.
Hi, Ashley.
Hey, Ashley.
I'm Melissa.
Matt. Good to meet you.
We're really excited about the apartment makeover. I think that something that we could probably use to change is this. It's kind of messy, but it's got some good potential.
Yeah.
Yeah, our side tables are pretty unorganized.
Yeah.
And to have more organization with that would be great.
Squished. We don't have a lot of storage, so it's a little messy.
We're really excited and we can't wait.
I'm excited.
Bye.
Bye.
So yes, very, very small, but you can totally see how much personality they have through little trinkets and decor. I just want to help them make the space seem bigger than it actually is. That's what we're gonna do today, and this is how we're gonna do it. First, I'll do some research. I'll use all my detective skills to find out who they are and what they like. Then comes the makeover. I'll have 2 days to completely make over the space in a way that perfectly fits their personality. Finally, the big reveal will show them their new space and see if I was able to translate their digital style into an awesome new room. We have our work cut out for us, but I know that we can do it, so let's get started. I am going to first look at their Instagram. So we'll do Melissa first, ladies first, right? All right, so Melissa Bronsky. Oh my gosh. She only has 5 posts. How am I supposed to work with this? This is gonna make my life harder than it originally was. All right, here she's sitting in nature. She has some tights on and then combat boots. So I'm getting a sense of like worn in, more masculine touches mixed with really feminine pieces. Okay, let's see who she's following. All right, it doesn't look like she is following one verified account, I kid you not. So it seems like she's only following friends and family. Not much that I'm getting from Melissa's Instagram. Let's check out Matthew's Instagram. Okay, similar to Melissa, he also has a lot of outdoorsy posts. Here they are hiking, it seems like. And he has some pictures of interiors on his Instagram. He's really making my life much easier. But here he has some exposed beams, exposed brick, a Southwest style rug, a lot of raw wood. Very rustic, very industrial and worn in, which I think is definitely a style we can incorporate into the room. Let's move on to Pinterest. Please, Pinterest gods, let them have accounts that are populated because I need some more information than what we have. Not only does Matthew have a Pinterest account, but he has a board called Home Decor. Major win. All right, again with these industrial styles. Look at this. It looks like a fan that was turned into a light fixture, some Edison bulbs. Oh, he has some bike storage solutions on here. Oh, this is cool. It's like hung on a rack on the ceiling. All right, let's move on to Melissa's Pinterest account. All right, it doesn't look like she has a home decor board, but she does have a fashion style board. Oh, wow. Okay, almost all of the clothes that she has pinned are very retro. A lot of A-line skirts, leather, all different textures. It seems like she really appreciates little details that make something feel homey and worn in. All right, so I have Matthew's style, I have Melissa's style. Now I'm gonna fuse them together and then I'm gonna infuse that into the design for this room. I'm gonna get to designing and then it'll be makeover time. All right, we're here at Matthew and Melissa's. I'm so excited, but also really nervous because they have so much stuff. I knew this TV was big, but when I walked in and saw this TV, it's half the room, and it's gonna be definitely a challenge to fit that and all of their adorable trinkets in there. But take a look at what the room looks like now, and you'll see what we're starting out with today. All right, so lots of stuff, but also a ton of potential. I have, as usual, 6 projects for us to run through in order to make this makeover happen. The first project is painting. I really like the color that they have on the walls, but it's just a shade too dark. So I'm actually going to leave the back wall painted this deeper green color. It's just gonna open up the room and I think make everything feel more spacious. Once we're done with painting, it is time to arrange the furniture. But the big changes are flipping the position of the bed, moving the dresser, because over the dresser will be the TV. Project number 3 is mounting the TV above the dresser. I would definitely want to give those fish a little more room on the dresser, and also I want the TV to be able to be seen from both the chairs and the bed. Project number 4 is going to go on the wall near the entrance, and it's going to be using some bed slats to create a little memento corner. I know that they love little handwritten notes, trinkets, and things like that, so I want to have one place for them to put all of those things. Project number 5 is putting some shelves really high up on the ceiling. We want to draw our eyes upward and also make use of vertical space. And then project number 6 is organizing, and there is a lot to organize. So this is a pretty big undertaking. They have a lot of trinkets. They also are 2 people living in this small space. So all of those things will be organized for our last checklist item. That's all our projects, but before we get started, we have to clear out this room, and there's a lot to clear out. So let's do it. There's Madeline over there, hello. So Madeline just found this and it's the cutest thing I've ever seen. I don't know if I'm allowed to show you this very legally binding contract, but I'm going to. It says, this contract is entered into between Matthew and Bun Buns. In the term of this agreement, in our relationship, we agree to be kind to one another, to not give each other menacing looks, and we agree to consciously take times for ourselves as individuals. Is that the sweetest thing you've ever seen? Because it is for me. I don't know, I can't get over it. The first project, as usual, is painting. The color is very similar to the one they already had on the walls. In fact, I'm actually gonna leave the window wall painted that mossy green. It's gonna stay that way because I want that wall to be a little bit darker to make the room feel longer. I just want an accent wall all the way at the back of the room. But then putting the lighter color on the other 3 walls is just gonna make the room feel wider, which is definitely what we need. I'm gonna get to painting and gotta wear the paint suit, of course. Boom. Done painting, yay! Pretty much, I am just going through and touching up a little bit of the edges with this. Oh, I just got it in my hair. It's all over my hands, oh my gosh. And this paint needs a couple hours to dry before we can drill and hang the big heavy items, which is a big checklist item for today. So Chris is coming later to help us out with that. I'm gonna set a timer now. Hey Google, set a timer for paint drying.
All right, paint drying. For how long?
4 hours.
All right, a 4-hour timer called paint drying. Starting now.
All right, so we have that. Let's do it. While I wait for the paint to dry so that we can drill, I'm going to start arranging furniture. The biggest change is going to be flipping the orientation of the bed. The fun fact is that a full-size bed's length is the same width as a king-size bed. So what I did was I got a king-size headboard and put that on the long end of their bed. Then we're gonna move the dresser from also the center of the room to this wall over here. And what I'm doing is taking those 2 chairs that they already had and positioning them across from the TV. I also put one of the ottomans in the center of those 2 chairs. Then I'm also gonna make an unofficial music corner next to that little lounge area. I'm gonna put their keyboard, a lot of furniture Tetris, but we got it done. And I cannot believe how much floor space this has opened up. It is crazy. That's project number 2, furniture is arranged. Now, project number 3 is mounting a lot of things on the wall, mainly the TV, but also they have that gigantic bike that was on the wall. So I'm gonna have Chris help me out with these things, and I'm gonna let him give you a couple of tips and tricks.
Hey everyone, I'm Chris from Space. So when mounting a TV, it's most important that it's solidly attached to the wall. A stud is usually the best bet, especially with a swivel mount like we have here, where someone's gonna be touching it and there's more prone to it actually being ripped off and loosened off the wall. So when we mounted the bike, again, that's something that you know someone's going to be putting up and down, so you definitely want to make sure that it's secured into a stud. So since we're here talking about hanging a lot of things and studs, an easy way to tell where a stud is on any standard tape measure. They're highlighted every 16 inches by a red mark on the tape measure, and that's where your stud should be. So when trying to mount something or trying to not hit a stud, that is your easiest way to check that out.
Wow.
And then...
Yeah. All right, it is day 2. It is the last day of the last makeover of season 1. The 4th project is actually a last minute addition because when we were clearing out the room, I found extra bed slats, and I remembered this project that actually my friend Tarn made. She recently did a project where she took old bed slats and made a little organization command center with them, and I'm gonna take those bed slats and put them over the piano. And the version that I'm doing for Matthew and Melissa is gonna be a little memento corner for them. I know how much they love little handwritten notes and trinkets and things from their travels, and it can get a little crazy and overwhelming if you just leave them everywhere in the room like it was. So I want to make sure that those things have a home within the home. Project number 5 is a organization project, but it's also a little visual hack just to make the room seem taller than it is. So I'm putting these high shelves above the closet and above the doorway, and I'm gonna put their hats there that were actually hanging all around the closet before. And then I also have another shelf that's gonna go above the window, and Steph and I organized all the books by color, and it's a little rainbow over their bed, a little pop of color. I love books! This last project is organizing, but I do think we've set the room up to be optimized for storage and organization. We've got room under the bed, we've got shelves up high, and I'm putting some baskets under the little chairs. So I'm gonna do that with Steph, and then we will be done with our checklist. Oh my gosh. All right, we are done with our checklist. Now I'm just gonna decorate, and then Matthew and Melissa are gonna be here. I have like 20 minutes to get this done, and there's a lot of stuff to be brought back into this room. So let's go. Okay, Matthew and Melissa just texted me. They're around the block, and it's time to do this reveal. This is the last reveal of season 1, but I think it's gonna be a good one, so let's do it. I'm nervous, I'm nervous, I'm nervous, I'm nervous, I'm nervous. Look who's here.
I can't wait.
Get that nervous jitters now. We're doing it. Okay, we're coming this way. Everybody, if we can, picture the old space. You got it in your head?
I think so.
Okay, open your eyes.
Oh my gosh!
Wow.
Oh my gosh, I love this.
This is crazy.
Oh!
Oh, that's so cool.
Dude, what the heck?
This is
Oh my
crazy.
God, I love this. All my hats are all like organized and stuff.
They're all color coded.
We have a bookshelf.
Ah.
Dude, I wanted hanging plants for such a long time, Donnie. Like, such a long time. Like, I'm so glad that we can like sit down and like watch TV. Dude, I have no words. This is so cool.
And I have to say, everybody almost fell over when we saw the relationship contract.
Oh, no, okay, so she has like a bunny, and I like throw him across the apartment. So
Wait.
for her birthday, I made her like a, yeah.
Wait, this is not a relationship contract between you guys.
No.
Oh.
It's between me and a stuffed bunny.
These bed slats were hiding under your guys'
Oh yeah!
So you guys have so many cute little trinkets, so you can pin stuff, hang things. I raised the bike a little bit.
I like that because I made it way too low.
I will show you the TV now. Yeah, so this is mounted, and then it comes out like this. So you can just kind of tilt it this way or this way, and then push it back in. So this was, I think, the biggest change in the room was repositioning the bed.
Sure.
I purposely made this spot your place to get down because you had a little extra room from the bump here. And then, so when you sleep, you can just flip the pillows over here, and then you can come out on this end over here. So, all right, group hug. Now we ended on the group hug. Yay, thank you.
Thank you guys so much.
We did it.
Yes.
I could not be happier. Melissa and Matthew are so sweet, and they're even cooler than we thought they were gonna be. If you did like this video, leave me a comment letting me know which project was your favorite out of the whole season. And of course, if you use any of the projects, please send me a picture. That is my favorite part. And I love you guys for watching. Thank you so much. Subscribe to the Nifty channel, thumbs up, and I'll see you next time. Bye.